Hi mates, welcome back. Today we are doing exercise 5i, Applying Algebra. So I'm going to let you copy down the notes and then I'll talk to you in a sec. Alrighty, so applying algebra just means they're worded problems pretty much. So, I've said here worded problems can be modelled with algebraic expressions. So an algebraic expression is just things with pronumerals and numbers in it. Often we need to define the variable first. So that's when you say let x equal the height of the boy, or let y equal the number of children at the party. So sometimes you have to do that. And here's some examples. Write an expression for the perimeter of this triangle. So you can see it's an isosceles triangle. That is x, so therefore that one's x as well. So the perimeter is when you add up all the sides together. So the perimeter is x plus y. So I'm just going to write down 2x plus y. That's an expression, but in this case I'm actually going to write that as an equation. So see, I've written p equals. Now I've turned it into an equation. That's okay, just ask for the expression. But now it says, find the perimeter if x equals 4 and y equals 7. So we need to substitute those two values into my equation that I've written. Because now it said find the perimeter. So I'll write down my formula. Perimeter equals 2x plus y. So nice setting out. Perimeter equals 2 lots of x. 2 times 4. I'll even write that in for you if you want. 2 times 4 plus 7. You could have skipped that step. So 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 7. And the perimeter is 15. There's my answer. Make sure you use units. So my answer, perimeter is 15 centimetres. And then lastly, it says find the perimeter. You should answer it in words. The perimeter is 15 centimetres. Worded questions always answer in words. Okay, let's move on. So these are ones where you've got worded question and it said write an expression. So we need to write it in mathematical terms. The cost of K bottles, if each bottle costs $4. So the cost of all the bottles is $4 times by the number of bottles. The number of bottles is K. So if you thought of that as a number, say there were 10 bottles, it would be 10 times 4. But it's K bottles, so it's K times 4. But we don't write it K times 4, we write 4K. And that's the expression. That's the cost of all those bottles. $4 times by K, which is the number of bottles. If I changed it not to an expression, if I wanted a formula or an equation, I could write cost equals. And then you've got yourself an equation. Okay, next one. The area of a rectangle, if the length is 2 centimetres more than the width, and the width is x centimetres. So this one's a little bit complicated, so I suggest drawing a picture first. There's my rectangle. It says the width is x centimetres, so that's x. And it says the length is 2 centimetres more than the width. So that would mean the length there is x plus 2, because it's 2 centimetres more than the width. So now, we're going to find the area. So the area of a rectangle is length times width. We know that from year 7. So the area is that times that. So I'm going to write x brackets, x plus 2. So you multiply the two dimensions together. Now that's in factorised form. We've got the area. But we know how to expand from one of the previous exercises. So remember how you do that? You expand the brackets. So x times x is x squared, x times 2 is 2x. So the area is x squared plus 2x. And you're done. Good job. And the last one, find the total cost of hiring a plumber if it costs $50 per hour and there's a call-out fee of $80. Now, if you don't know what a call-out fee is, when you hire a tradie to come over, they often charge $80 or whatever it is. That's a call-out fee. That's a cost just for the guy turning up to your house or girl. So for them to turn up, it's $80, plus then it costs $50 per hour. So the total cost is $50 per hour. First thing we have to say, let n equal the number of hours the person's there for. You can call it n, you can call it x, whatever you like. This is called defining the variable. Alright, so it's $50 per hour. That means it's $50 times by n, times by the number of hours. So it's $50 if the number of hours was 3, it'd be 50 times 3, which is 150. Plus there's a call-out fee, that's a flat rate, or a constant. That's plus $80. It's always just $80, so there's my expression. 50 times n plus 80. And if you wanted that as an equation, you could write cost equals, and now it's an equation. But be careful because here it asks for an expression. And the last one says total cost of going to the movies. If a child's ticket is $5 and an adult's ticket is $8. So they're the important bits of information. So the total cost of a child's ticket is $5, but the number of children, so we'll say let C equal number of children and let A equals number of adults. Okay, so the total cost of the kids is a number of kids times by $5. So it's 5 times C. Plus, how much does it cost for the adults to go? It costs $8 for every adult to go. How many adults are there? There's A adults. So it's 8 times A. And therefore, if you wanted an equation again, you could write cost equals. So the cost is $5 times by the number of kids plus $8 times by the number of adults. So hopefully you can do that, everyone. Good job. Let's do one more example and then it's all up to you. So these are the worded questions you need to think about. Spend a bit of time doing them. Next one. A tradie costs $40 per hour plus a $60 call-out fee. Write an expression for the total cost. So I'm actually going to write an equation for this. So the total cost is equal to $40 per hour, so 40 times n, and I forgot to define the variable. Let n equal number of hours. So make sure you define the variable first. So it's 40 times n plus a $60 call-out fee. That's a fixed cost, so plus $60. There's my beautiful equation. The cost is equal to 40 times by the number of hours plus $60, which is a flat rate. Find the cost when you use him for 5 hours. So, this time, n is equal to 5 hours, because the number of hours is 5. So what I'm going to do is substitute that into my equation. So the cost is equal to 40 times 5, because $40 times by 5 hours, plus a $60 call-out fee. So 4 5s, that's 200, plus 60, so the total cost is $260. You don't need a dollar sign there. The cost is $260, but really you should write it in words. Find the cost when using for 5 hours. You'd say here, the cost is $260. Make sure you use units for that, or else you'll lose a mark for no units. And then the last one, how many hours can he work for if the total cost is $460? Again, we're going to use our formula, C equals 40n plus 60, but this time we know the total cost is $460. So we're going to substitute that into this side of the equation. 460 equals 40n plus 60. And rearranging the equation, you minus 60 from both sides, you get 400 equals 40n. Divide both sides by 40 and you get n equals 10. Answer it in words. He can work for 10 hours. You can always check your answer using common sense. 10 hours at $40 is $400, plus $60 is $460. So you know you've got the answer right. Good job, everyone. If you don't still understand, play the video back and go through it slowly. But if you're all good, go to exercise 5i, 1 to 9, do all the questions, all the parts, because they're important worded questions. See you later.